Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video we're reviewing the Volkswagen Tiguan. Before we get in this video, I want to give a huge shout out and thank you to the Volkswagen here in Orem, Utah for me some time with this Tiguan. I'm going to include a link to their website in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. Under the hood, we have a turbocharged 2-liter 4-cylinder that goes through an 8-speed automatic transmission. Fuel economy is 22 around town, and then 29 on the highway with power outputs being 184 horsepower and then 221 pound-feet of torque. Now, before I move forward with this review, I do want to mention if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. Starting with the hood, you guys can see distinctive lines there on either side, but then it's mostly flat there in the center. Really cool headlight design, and then look at the silver trim that goes throughout, and you got the Volkswagen logo there in the center, and then you guys can see the parking sensors at the bottom. And putting it all together, let me know what you guys think about the looks here with the Tiguan. Now around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 235, 55, 18 on the front and over in the rear. And you guys can see with the wheels, metallic gray for the coloration. And then you can see we've got these fender flares here, and then notice that continues with the bodywork in terms of the coloration. Got some more silver trim right there, also around the windows as well. And then we got some roof rails. And then here is the full side view with the Tiguan. Now taking a look at the key fob, we have our lock and unlock function, remote start. We got the opening for the hatch as well as the Volkswagen logo. Now, popping into the rear, this is one of the big benefits of the Tiguan, is very spacious in the cargo area. And you guys can see we also have these latches here to throw down these seats if you need even more space. But yeah, definitely a very practical SUV. And then when you're all done, you've got this handle to throw it back down. Pretty cool taillight design, and you guys can see the rest of the badges here on the back end. And putting it all together, let me know what you guys think about the looks here with the Tiguan. Now taking a look at the door panel in the rear, you guys can see with the brown, or more caramel I guess, coloration mixed with the black. I think that looks really cool. And look at that, it continues onto these seats, got little perforations all throughout. Legroom back here is really good. We also have a little storage pocket. We've got some vents in the back, USB 12 volts down below as well. And then headroom back here is really good. Now taking a look at the front door panel, soft touch here at the top, and then look at this trim down below, that's really cool. And then you can see with the trim down below, all of our window controls, mirror adjustments, and then there's a quick look at the mirrors themselves. And then taking a look at the front seat, again, perforated all down the center portion. Power adjustments here on the side, and then you got your light control here, and then more soft touch for the dash. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, you guys can see soft touch all around. Got the stitching down the center portion. I like this silver trim that goes throughout. Got practical controls like your adaptive cruise control, some controls for the center stack as well, and then your regular stalks here on the back. Now I've got this digital gauge cluster that's very similar to Audi's virtual cockpit. So you can scroll through some different menus with it. You can also change the view of the gauge cluster as well, so really customizable. In reverse, we have a regular backup camera here. Trajectory lines do turn with the steering wheel. As for the infotainment system, you've got some analog controls on either side, which make, using the screen a little bit easier overall. Aside from that, I'd say also nicely integrated into the dash. More soft touch trim all around, and like I said, that continues onto the dash there. And then while we're in this area, just a quick look at the glove box. And I like that trim on the dash too. Dual zone climate controls. We also have heated seats with this one. You got some USBs down both, and a 12 volt. Your engine stop start button, parking brake right here, auto stop start, and then we have our drive mode select, this little twisty dial here, and then the drive modes will pop up here on the center as well, so you can see that whole setup right there. Got some cup holders right here, and then with the center console, decent space, nice padding here on the top as well. Now taking a look at the window sticker, you guys can see 2024 Tiguan SE, and here's all the standard equipment. Base MSRP $32,705. After all options $33,711. Let's see how it drives. Let's talk about visibility before we set off. Here's your visibility over the hood, both the mirrors. Go through the rear, and let us set off in the Tiguan. Now, if they get different packages, like maybe, I don't know, an R-Line for example in the future, then I can do a review on that as well if you guys want to see that. But yeah, we'll just start with this SE model, which is really nice. Again, especially considering the price point this is at. I like what Volkswagen is offering here. First off, seat comfort's good. I think that's a big plus. And I like it's obviously not real leather. They call it what, leatherette. I think that it's I think it's good that they're doing that. It kind of, you know, makes it feel a little bit nicer, a little bit more luxurious. I wish more automakers would do something like that with their cars, where they, yeah, I understand like the cost saving with cloth, but I think there's a lot of people nowadays that just don't really, you know, they don't really want to go for the cloth interior, which I understand. And then I also like the fact they've done a bunch of soft touch on stuff like the dash and everything. I think that also kind of adds to the nicer feel with this Tiguan. Okay, well, actually getting up and moving, I had to wait for like the world's longest traffic light. Good torque so far. Suspension's pretty comfortable too, so that's a plus. I mean, you hear the power figures on paper and it doesn't seem like this is going to have enough, but it is not struggling whatsoever when it comes to acceleration. Yeah, really good torque. In the transmission, the 8-speeds, it's smooth. So I think they've done a good job with the setup. It's impressive. Yeah, I like how this drives. I want to get like a real acceleration, then I'll kind of cap things off for the video. Woo! Yeah, pretty good. Pretty dang good. I'm impressed. Yeah, I'm impressed. So to sum things up, I think the Tiguan looks good on the outside. I like this interior. It has more of a premium feel to it. It drives well. I don't really have anything bad to say about it. I think it's yeah, and it's reasonably priced. I think it's good value. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this Tiguan. But I think in terms of, you know, a value play within the SUV market, I think this is a really good value for, again, for what it's offering, for the money and everything. But let me know what you think.